Like I said before, Nate Diaz wins even when he loses. Stockton, motherfucker!
What time is it then? Please tell these guys.
It's Tony time, bitches! Yeah!
Welcome to Tony's MMA Corner, the only MMA channel that wins even when it loses. I am your host, Tony Sepulveda! And today, we're going to go over the aftermath of UFC 263. Before we get into it, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video, because unlike Nate Diaz, I actually have to win at some point. First thing to go over is my new favorite submission of all time. The one that Paul Craig got on Jamal. Paul Craig gets Jamal an armbar, dislocates his elbow, but the referee is all like, I ain't hear no bell. So Paul Craig now has to put him in a triangle, and then he starts smacking him with hammer fists, and his arm is all floppy-doppy. What impressed me most about this submission is that Craig, unlike most fighters, was not waiting for a tap. He immediately went for that break. Those breaking mechanics would have made John Danaher moist. Maia had a very frustrating performance against Belal Muhammad. This was a fight that Maia should have won. When that initial single leg attempt wasn't working, he could have just changed it up a little bit. He could have got that single. He could have pulled guard into that single that he likes from the bottom half guard position. He could have even blasted head kicks while faking shots just to keep Muhammad honest. All Muhammad had to do was defend that initial single leg because he never did anything else, and that was the frustrating part. It could have been a fight that he could have easily won. Brandon Moreno proved me wrong because I thought Figueiredo was just too nasty and mean for him, but Moreno just shut him down. Figueiredo never got started, and Moreno became an instant star. I want to talk about the UFC marketing machine. They do a great job of creating stars. What they did is they showed clip after clip of Moreno being genuinely who he is, and the people fell in love with him, and it just culminated in that last moment in Arizona when he wins that belt. You can see the crowd in shots that are all over the internet and their reaction to him winning. It was a great moment, and you saw the exact moment when this kid became a bona fide star. The Izzy Vittori fight wasn't the most exciting fight. Izzy was definitely trying to get a finish, but Vittori was actually a little bit tough. He made it very hard for Izzy to get that finish. One of the only interesting things that happened was after the fight, during the press conference, when Izzy talks about an instance that happened during the fight. Vittori gets his back, gets a little bit excited, thinks he's going to get the rear naked choke, and then Izzy ends up reversing the position, getting on top of his close guard, and then gets into a chokehold position, or a choke position, triple X style, and that's when Izzy said that was the moment that he felt Vittori's soul leave his body. So that was kind of interesting and freaky. Nate Diaz once again wins, even though he loses. Nate Diaz got smacked around for 24 minutes against Leon Edwards, and of course, in the last minute, almost finishes him. And what does this do? This allows us MMA fans to fantasize about what would happen if it was a life or death match or a fight to the death. If there's no bell and there's no time limit, we can all now say that Nate Diaz will probably win that fight. It's similar to the second Conor fight. Even though Conor knocked him around silly, dropped him a bunch of times, at the last round, Nate Diaz is getting the best of him, and Conor wins a majority decision. In MMA, you get credit for wars. Look at Vanderlei Silva. Look at Diego Sanchez. Why did those guys last so long in this sport? Even though they weren't winning every title, and Diego Sanchez didn't win one title. Just being a champion and knowing how to win at the most elite level is so last century. This world loves entertainment. This world loves drama. I don't know how long Nate Diaz can continue to be a draw, though, because eventually he does have to win. And eventually he does have to get another move besides getting smacked around for 15 minutes, getting one Stockton slap, and saying, "Come on, bitch!" But for now, the MMA world loves you, Nate. I'd like to take this time to thank all my patrons on Patreon for their continued support. Also, make sure you catch one of my other videos. I'll put one right here and here.